War's changed.
Всем привет, с вами Антилар, продолжаю проходить Fallout 4 StoryWealth. В прошлой серии начал выполнять квесты NLTC, и в этой серии продолжаем. Так, food. Properly fed, properly generated. Поехали дальше. Так, мне нужно пройти к Рону за информацией на квартирмейстера.
Yes?
Так.
Well now, if it isn't the Ron's favorite client, what can the coolest cat in the Commonwealth do for you?
Oh, this'll be fun. We need the lowdown if the big man's on the take, you dig?
If info's what you want, then you've come to the right place. Now, which big man, whose take, and what kind of lowdown?
The big old square at the gates, and I hear you're the real gone cat to ask. Okay, I can't keep that up. Point is, we want to blackmail the quartermaster. You got any dirt?
Huh? Say, this wouldn't have anything to do with those suits from the New Liberty Trading Company making a move, would it?
That's right.
This is one of those times that the Ron is not so happy about being correct. Look, let me clue you in. The NLTC, they're not just some caravan company, you dig? Where they're from, they're the top dogs. Are you sure working with these guys is a can of worms you want to open?
This should be good. Don't mind me, gossip away. Pretty sure the trade contract doesn't expire anytime this decade.
What do you really know about these suits? Are you sure you've got all the facts on who you'd be getting in bed with?
Can you tell me about them?
I'll do you one better. I'll tell you, on the house. These NLTC suits, they built their business empire by always honoring a deal. If it's on paper, it's law. Now, that all sounds cool. Better than wasteland justice, right? Their way of business has made them a lot of caps. Their home office is as shiny as things get out here. But around it, nothing but slums.
You heard that all the way out here? Color me impressed, cool cat.
Is that true?
What, about the slums? Yep, I grew up in one of them. No matter what the bosses try to sell you, trust me, there is never enough to go around.
It's a hard world.
You can expect them to deliver on whatever they promise. Just don't expect them to have your best interest at heart. If you like, I can read over this contract of theirs, see if they're giving Diamond City a fair shake.
You're okay with that?
What are you looking at me for? I got no skin in this race. Anyone that can decipher Lydia's gibberish is a cool cat in my book.
Of course. Here you go.
Let's see. Uh-huh. Whoever wrote this doesn't mess around. Not sure what I was expecting. Although these NLTC suits, they certainly play the long game. This contract might just be an opening move. But there's no fine print, no extra obligations. There's a part here about sponsorship, but it's non-binding. Lydia Proudmoore.
Can you spare a few details on her at least? On the house?
The Proudmoore name's a big deal in the NLTC. Family's got a permanent spot on the board of directors, major investors. No idea why one of them's slumming it out here. And as I understand it, Lydia's not the chief trader in this little NLTC expedition. I guess even nepotism has its limits.
And this isn't some kind of scam?
If it is, there's nothing about it in this contract. This just details terms that you'd get with any caravan, just with fewer loopholes and bigger numbers. Still, you should keep an eye out. People like the NLTC like to appear as if they're on the level, but given time, they'll ease into the real shady stuff. Okay, now on to some real business. So, you want the skinny on Quartermaster Kingsley, do you? What are you willing to pay in exchange for this info?
Here, Package courtesy of Lydia. You people and your papers.
Oh yeah! This will suffice! Still think you might be playing loose with the devil here, but we can do business.
What is this package, anyway?
Banking records. But not your average kind. It's records of banks doing the banking. You know, transfers and the like. Things like this are the bread and butter of my trade. This Lydia chick did her homework.
I'll be careful. Thanks.
Okay, now we can discuss what I can do for you. Just so happens, I got a lot of info on our quartermaster. So we got options here. If you were so inclined, I've got enough dirt to bury the poor guy. But it might be enough just to reason with him instead. Up to you what you do. Easy way or the hard way. Peaceful cooperation or blackmail. Oh yeah!
Do you have a preference how I handle this?
A cat's got to live here, you know. I say go easy on the guy. He's an uptight nerd, but we're all on the same side here.
I say the guy could use a hard knock on the head, but Lydia's probably betting on your diplomacy.
I'm not sure blackmail is really my thing.
The Ron has you covered. Though this might take a little more charm to work. You see, Quartermaster Kingsley's not as uncool as he seems. He's good at his job, but shy of outsiders. That's the green jewel for you, though. Thing is, the guy's in trouble. Caravans are unpredictable lately. 1 week we have surplus, the next they go to one of your settlements instead. City Council's writing him to smooth it out, and he's been tearing out his hair trying. If you want to go easy on the guy, just throw your own lot in. Give him guarantees, compromises. He's not gonna sign a trade with just any odd hairball the cat drags in. Really put your rep where your mouth is.
What kind of compromises?
Offer him a helping hand. Get him to lay out what kind of insurance he'd need to seal the deal. You'd be helping out Diamond City in the process.
I can't trust the NLTC won't skip town, but you and your settlements are right there if something goes wrong. Makes sense.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Now that's the kind of charm I'm talking about. Anyway, that's the easy way for you. So, you want to hear the rest of it, or was that enough?
If you really want to help me, give me something I can use.
If you need to lean on him, man's got a son, Ellis. They don't see eye to eye. The kid ran off a while back to join the Nightingales. I understand you already know those birds. I hear the kid's doing well for himself, but the whole situation's a big embarrassment to his pops. Quartermaster Kingsley's been telling everyone his kid's sick, with some fancy-sounding disease, has to stay indoors. He can't admit his son just ran off, that the kid would rather rough it in the waist than put up with him. If the city council knew the truth, they'd eat him alive.
Seriously? People have the weirdest hang-ups here. My mom left me 3 slums over with a bag of caps and saluted on her way out of town. So are we just threatening a kid or going straight to ransom?
How would something like that even work?
Assuming the guy gives a rusty cap for his kid, we gently imply that we'll hurt him if he doesn't sign. If he doesn't care, we just threaten to tell everyone he's been lying about the sickness. Win-win, really.
I'll keep it in mind.
I'm not saying you actually hurt the kid, but you know how it is with ankle-biters. Mentioning his son should be enough to get Kingsley to flip. So, you want to hear the rest of it, or was that enough?
That's all I needed to know.
Another satisfied customer. Oh yeah!
Ой, блядь.
Is
Господи.
this going to work?
Oh yeah! Trust me, do this job long enough, you get a feel for the important stuff. The real sensitive details.
You've really done your homework on this guy.
What kind of information broker would the Ron be if he didn't know what goes on in his own backyard? And keep in mind what I said. NLTC is shady at best, crooks at worst.
So long, cool cat. Back to the quartermaster we go.
To
Figure that should be enough to lean on him.
Бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла. По-моему, дождь успел пройти, пока я трепался с этим придурком. Сюда? Окей. Я застрял. Лазер пистол лежит почему-то.
Officer,
You again. Did you have time to get an even more miraculous offer from the NLTC?
trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Look, it's not that I'm unaware of who you are. I hear enough from travelers to be impressed. But Diamond City is both protected and vulnerable. We've always had people coming in trying to exploit our position, and we've held firm and survived.
You're a businessman. How about we make a trade?
Trade with you? Now there's an idea. Yes, I believe I would be amenable to that. Here is my proposed trade. I will sign this after I add a clause to the contract that involves you in this agreement. You and your whatever this HQ is to assume responsibility of any harm to Diamond City Supply as a direct result of this contract.
What do you mean, exactly?
It means that should there be a late delivery or an undercut in our own profits, your settlement network will compensate us. If you truly believe this NLTC's offer is genuine, then you have nothing to worry about. It would be a rare enough occurrence that you might not even notice. And it will go a long way to stabilizing our trade and proving your intentions here.
What's Diamond City have to offer?
Your sponsorship will go a long way in getting you the goodwill of the local shopkeepers. Maybe some of them will even offer you discounts.
I don't think so.
You are asking me to take a lot up on faith. I have a feeling I'll regret this, but you've convinced me. I'll sign it.
Witnessed. Great, wonderful, lovely. Let's wrap this up.
Yes, I have quite a few people to notify of this development. A pleasant day to you.
У меня просто не было никакого желания еще по второму кругу возиться, посетил все
Well,
локации.
that's done. You're putting your neck on the line. Hope you know what you're getting into. Lydia should be happy at least.
Я не putting my neck on the
Anyway,
line.
let's report back.
Я сказал, I don't think so. I don't think so. Все. Уже спер отсюда тортик? Конечно. Это было бы не похоже на меня, если бы я не спер отсюда тортик. Так, теперь мы выходим из Даймонд Сити наружу. Так, теперь мне надо идти обратно. К Лидии.
What's that saying? Over my dead body.
Ракет больше нет.
Anyone else? No? Aw.
Окей.
Ah, yes, hello.
Excuse me.
You're back. I hope it's with good news.
Got the papers signed. Get this. Our friend here vouched for you. Put her own reputation on the line and everything.
Я этого не делал.
Leveraging that reputation is precisely why I hired them to negotiate with a stubborn prospective partner.
Я этого не делал.
I just heard a rumor about you guys in Diamond City.
I imagine it wasn't about our excessive wealth, impeccable bookkeeping, and taste for the finer luxuries. Rumor doesn't interest me. It changes faster than the tide. It shouldn't interest you either. As far as the truth, I suspect that, soon enough, you'll have seen what you need to form an independent opinion.
Да?
Yeah, whatever. About my reward?
With the agreement signed, that concludes your part of the contract. Here's the pay we agreed on.
I owe him half my pay for vacating raiders from that place nearby.
Noted. Here's the new total.
Yeah, I'm off to settle into the new digs then. Think I earned a break.
As we were discussing,
What are you doing out here?
only that I spend very little time there between expeditions.
What's the next job?
My agenda is rather too full for side projects right now. However, Mr. Glatton has requested your attention. Speak to him if you're interested in continuing our partnership. I'll be in my new office should you require anything.
What's up, hon?
Green Jewel Defense выполнен. Так, теперь надо поговорить с мистером Глаттоном. Black King, White Knight. Так. Достаточно близко. Блин. Вы бы хоть скелеты убрали, ну господи, ну вы издеваетесь что ли? Хоть бы скелеты убрали и Custom House Tower. Так. NLTC клерк.
Yes.
Не могу с ними говорить. О, вот вы гляньте.
Yeah?
Офигеть.
Huh?
Yeah?
Не говорить нельзя, это все прикомбайн. Элис.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Все безымянные, у них ничего нет. Блин, круто. Круто. Даже лифт есть. Пентхаус. Бейзмент. Давайте бейзмент посмотрим. Так, что у нас в бейзменте? Жилые комнаты. Шарлотта. А, так она на них работает.
Excuse me, miss.
Hey, was wondering when I'd be seeing you. Bet you had no idea the NLTC was my interested benefactor client this whole time.
Why all the secrecy?
Testing waters, scouting you out, that kind of thing. If you'd just, well, shot me, then they wouldn't have come. Thanks for not shooting me, I guess. I don't like being shot at.
I'm glad to see you're getting out and about.
Yeah, that safe house was never meant to be a long-term thing. You can find me here now, anytime you need my services. And I'll have an easier time moving the high-profile stuff now, so if you need anything fancier than the basics, that's now on the table.
All right, we can do business.
I thought you'd like the sound of it. Just let me know what I can do for you and I'll get it arranged.
Let's see what you have.
Let's check the manifests.
Так, скрэп и supplies, все, что у нее осталось.
Hi.
Она легла обратно спать. Это я не знаю чья. Возможно, Эллисон. Судя по количеству военного лута, это похоже ее. Это, вероятно, Лидии. Да, это похоже на нее. Душ. Ух, ее дрить! Лидия. Вот это прикол.
Hey, a pleasure to see you.
Говорить с ней нельзя. Вестон 52. Круто. Requires key. Логично. Нельзя просто так взять и открыть. Laser rifle валяется просто так. Подберу, чё. Не знаю, чье это, но ладно. Пентхаус.
Executive Suite.
I know how it is. When I was first starting out, all it took was for one person to have faith in me. And look at me now.
I don't know. Seems too good to be true.
You'd be amazed how often I hear
Key.
that. This sort of thing was real common pre-war, though. We're not breaking any new ground here at all. You know, one of your neighbors was here earlier, and she seemed quite satisfied with what we have to offer.
Wait, seriously? That's where she got that pile of light bulbs from? And the generator to run them?
She didn't tell you? That's a shame. I'd hate to think you almost missed out on the opportunity. You don't have to sign anything just yet. Test things out. Talk to your wife.
Остальное нельзя
If my
взять.
advice doesn't
Fuck.
work out, no big loss.
We'll see.
Два.
Not like she had any better ideas.
Игра крашнулась, и я вернулся на самое начало этой серии. Значит, сейчас мне надо будет все делать заново.
Hope you didn't run into any trouble getting here. That bridge across the river?
Well now!
To the quartermaster we go.
I try not to smoke.
Officer.
You're putting your neck on the line.
Hi.
Sweet.
I know how it is. When I was first starting out, all it took was for one person to have faith in me. And look at me now.
Hey there.
Ah, good to see you. I hear business with Diamond City is concluded to everyone's satisfaction. If not current, then future. I must admit, I feel a little guilty. We've parched right into the Commonwealth, and you've been very gracious so far. This region truly is on the rise. It's humbling to see what you've managed to accomplish in such a short time.
You don't seem to have a very good reputation.
Ah, yes, I know the so-called reputation, you mean. Truth be told, the NLTC has its share of enemies, competitors, and, sad as it is, even jilted partners. For us, the contract is law, but papers mean little to wastelanders. Our predecessors had to play smart in a world that respects might above the rest. If we didn't employ people like Allison and her mercenaries, business would be impossible, dangerous even. But it has left some hard feelings. No matter how generous we are, attitudes always change quick when we have to enforce equity. That's why having you as a partner is so refreshing. This place is teeming with potential.
The Commonwealth is a dangerous place.
Perhaps. But with our combined efforts, I think there's the potential for something great here. I'd like to show you that we're dedicated to getting your people what they need. If I could be so bold as to ask you for a small favor?
A favor, huh?
A little collection errand. It shouldn't take too much of your time or take you too far out of your way.
Any payment for this?
I suppose if you'd rather keep this a purely mercenary arrangement, I can respect that. You'll be paid for your time.
Sure. Tell me what's on your mind.
Your go-getting attitude is one of a kind, my friend. We've recently delivered some generator components. And not just scavenged trash, either. Custom-made by my family's craftsmen.
Can you tell me about them?
Oh, I know I don't look it, but I come from an esteemed family of smiths and engineers. Unfortunately, I only ever had a talent for accounting. The Glatton name isn't as prestigious as the merchant clans, like the Proudmoores, but I've never let things like that keep me down.
You have a real high opinion of yourself.
Well, if I didn't believe in our product, I couldn't very well go around conducting commerce and selling it with a clear conscience, could I? The errand is real simple. The customer is due on their first installment, and I'd like you to collect it for us. This can be an opportunity for you to see firsthand the kind of business we do, the impact we can make, given the chance.
That's it?
Indeed. Like I said, it's a simple errand. Shouldn't take you long at all.
Do I look like a delivery man to you?
Hey, I get it. We both know you're too important for delivery work, but I think this partnership will go a lot smoother if we trust each other. This is less about caps and more about showing you that we do honest business.
All right, I'll do it.
I'll mark that on your map. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Here's proof that you're our representative, and they should have the sum ready for you. You'll be back in time for dinner.
Игра крашнулась второй раз, когда я поворачивал камеру направо. Видимо, там что-то не так в той ячейке, что приводит к крашу. Поэтому мне надо будет все заново делать в третий раз.
Hey there.
Good to see you. I hear business with Diamond City.
Uh-huh.
This region...
Spare me the...
Oh.
Whatever. Sure.
Your go-getting... We've recently delivered...
Just get...
This could be...
All right.
I'll mark that on... You'll be back in time for dinner.
Окей, кажется, мы прошли тот момент, где крашится.
I heard Glatton is sending you out. I want to come with.
What? Why?
Because I'm still moonlighting as your bodyguard, or I'm bored and want to stretch my legs, or whatever. Let's just get going.
Wait a minute. You're not brown-nosing for a promotion, are you?
I'm already at the top, hon. Not angling for extra pay, either. Call it a woman's prerogative.
Sure, I guess.
Great. Let's get going then.
Окей. Так, мне надо сохраниться, чтобы не пришлось еще раз это все перепроходить. Так. Где тут можно сохраниться? Здесь, по-моему, ничего не было, насколько я помню. Наглянусь. По-моему, здесь что-то могло быть. Вот тут. Нет, тут ничего нет. Ладно. Тут рядом есть Чарльстаун Конда. Так. Сколько я помню, кровать на самом верху должна быть. Да. Окей. Тогда на этом все. Всем спасибо, с вами был Антилар, всем пока.